And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Some of those advertisements, Clay, man, making me hungry.
Man, I tell you what, it's a long night. Thank goodness Texas City has got some wonderful food for us whenever we're ready for it.
And that brings us to our next fight of the evening, a lightweight matchup between Muay Thai specialist Jeremy Milbourn as he takes on Richard Guerra.
Yeah, I tell you, I'm curious to see what Milbourn looks like, Muay Thai Olympian against Guerra.
Moving on our sixth fight of the night. Please help me welcome to the cage representing Team Guerra, Ricardo Guerra.
And wasting no time, making his way to the cage, Richard Guerra. 5'5", 31 years of age, has been training for the past 4 years from Mission, Texas, representing Team Ferreira. He's got his work cut out for him here tonight, Clay.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We asked him what his hobbies are, and he just said, I like to train. I tell you, that's someone that doesn't like to waste it. You talk about not wasting time. All business here from Guerra, getting in the ring. Already getting greased up, if you will. Looking to try to get in here and swing and bang. Wants to get this fight as soon as he can.
That fighter life ain't all fun and games. It's not so glamorous, ladies and gentlemen. That's literally all they do. Eat, sleep, and train.
Yeah, you wouldn't know much more about that than I, but at the same time, my man, this is going to be a very interesting fight. You've got a tall Muay Thai fighter against a short man that just wants to swing. It's going to be interesting.
Richard Guerra, ready for action.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the cage, representing Heritage Muay Thai and the prestigious Jiu-Jitsu University, Jeremy Milbourn.
Jeremy Milbourn making his way to the cage, 6'1", 31 years of age, represented Heritage Muay Thai. I've known this man for a long time, Clay, and he's got a lot of Muay Thai experience under his belt.
Yeah, and I tell you, Muay Thai is lethal. A lot of people don't know this. You hear Muay Thai, you think of low kicks, you think of high kicks, you think of striking. Muay Thai is a lot of grappling too. It's a really good transitional sport to get into MMA. And that's what Jeremy Milbourn is looking to prove here tonight, that Muay Thai is a great base for MMA.
He's got some great backup in his corner, some Houston legends, as we see mixed martial arts pioneer, veteran Eve Edwards in his corner, and Muay Thai specialist Michael Chase Corley. You couldn't have asked for a better corner than that, Clay.
Man, there's no doubt about it. When you've got legends, when you've got former pro fighters, when you've got that pedigree in your corner, it absolutely makes a world of difference. Richard Guerra gonna have his work cut out for him. Let's see if he can solve the Muay Thai puzzle that is Jeremy Milbourn.
Jeremy Milbourn, ready for action.
Ladies and gentlemen, our sixth fight of the night is being brought to us by Zero Fight Gear and is scheduled for 3 rounds of 3 minutes each in the Elevate FC lightweight division. Introducing first on my left, fighting out of the Train to Win blue corner. He stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, his official weight 155 pounds. Making his debut this evening and fighting out of Mission, Texas, Richard Guerra. And across the cage on the right, fighting out of the Ashley Delgado Insurance red corner. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, his official weight a lean 155 pounds. Making his debut this evening and fighting out of Houston, Texas, Jeremy Milbourn.
This opening round brought to you by United Way, Galveston County, Maryland. Check them out at uwgcm.org. Jeremy Milbourn, Richard Guerra, and this lightweight matchup is officially underway. 8-inch height advantage for Milbourn, Clay.
Yeah, Guerra needs to watch where he puts his head. If you lean down, you're more likely to eat those Muay Thai knees.
Clay, I haven't sparred with Milbourn since 2014. I have a lot of questions to be answered tonight. I'm curious to see how much he's improved since then.
Oh my goodness. Guerra already on the hips. I tell you, we're talking about the Muay Thai. Guerra wants to make it not a factor. He wants to get on the hips, neutralize it, as he's already moved a mount.
This is what Guerra needs to do, impose that grappling ability.
And I tell you, this started on the feet. It started with him pressuring back, getting Milbourn against the cage so that he could grab those hips up without, ooh, a huge right hand.
And Guerra now from the mount, looking to rain down punches on Milbourn. Milbourn now trying to find some type of opening for an escape, but runs into the offense of Guerra, doing a good job of maintaining control.
Trying to push him off here. Could not get anything out of it, but at least he is out of that mount position.
Trying to transition to half guard.
I tell you, the pressure from Guerra is impressive right here. Maintaining the pressure on the hips there, not letting anything happen on the ground as he moves back to full guard. Or excuse me, into full mount.
The heritage Muay Thai fighter being forced to use some of his grappling skills. Does he have enough to get back to his feet?
Oof, two big hammer fists there.
Oh, looking like he's going for a heel hook.
They're trying to roll underneath.
Heel hooks are illegal, but just trying to see if he can turn it into a sweep.
Yeah, using those holds, even if you can't finish the fight with them, you can still use them to sweep. Oof, another. Those are thudding hammer fists. Those are not light strikes.
Milbourn now trying to tie Guerra up with his legs. Finally back to his feet. This is where Milbourn needs to open up.
Yeah, Milbourn needs to get his back off the cage. I'm not an Olympian, but I know you don't want to be back against the cage if you want to keep the fight up.
Both fighters 31 years of age, and Guerra now throw attempt. Transitions into a high single now. Can he finish it?
Milbourn able to move his legs outside, prevent it. Guerra transitions around.
One hook now for Guerra, controlling Milbourn now against the cage as he's looking for his openings for some short, choppy shots.
Yeah, and Todd, this is the issue when you have these shorter fighters. They kind of live on your hips. They don't have to really change levels too much as he drags down Milbourn again, back into mount.
This is the definition of imposing your will on another fighter.
Oh my goodness.
Milbourn now bumps his way to the top position. Let's see if he can make something big happen in the closing seconds of this opening round.
And that right there is Jiu-Jitsu 101, ladies and gentlemen. Bump and sweep.
Guerra now looking like he's going for an armbar. Too little, too late. Was that enough to steal the round for Milbourn, Clay?
I think absolutely not. Richard Guerra was able to control most of that fight, land heavy shots from the mount position. Milbourn coming out in the second round needs to keep his distance and not get back up to the cage. Circle away, and keep that man off your hips.
Milbourn, the taller and on paper the better striker of the two. What does he need to do in this second round to walk away the winner in the second round?
I'm sorry, who did you ask about? One more time.
I'm saying Milbourn, the taller of the two, and on paper the better striker. You have to wonder, what is his coaches instructing him to do to walk away with the second round under his belt?
I think he needs to circle out. He cannot back straight up to the cage again. He needs to circle, use his range, use his jab, land some of those low kicks, but he cannot back straight up in straight lines. You have to move laterally away from the wrestler to keep him off your hips.
Look at Guerra looking nice and composed. See if he can, for his sake, have another repeat of about 3/4 of the first round.
I tell you what, he's built like a little Sherman tank, man.
Like a little spark plug.
Yeah, no doubt.
Let's see if Milbourn's got his composure back. This second round brought to you by Mainland City Center. Milbourn now with a look of intensity in his face. He's trying to get zeroed in on his target.
Trying to bring pressure, but that's not what you want. Ooh. But that is an illegal kick.
Narrowly missed for the sake of Guerra.
Well, that could have actually been the end of the fight. It looks like instead of angles, Milbourn has opted to use pressure instead.
Man, Guerra has no fear. He does not look like he's intimidated at all by the physical attributes of Milbourn.
We talked about the grappling of Muay Thai, but it has not done any good here, as Guerra's just managed to get these underhooks over and over again and drag this fight to the ground.
Milbourn now with the whizzer. See if he can do something with it, but Guerra transitions to another single, drags Milbourn to the canvas. Oh, good reversal there by Milbourn.
Yeah, using a key lock, using that key lock to transition to a sweep and take the back.
Milbourn now doesn't have the hooks in quite yet, but there he scores with one. He's got them long libs. Let's see if he can take advantage of it, Clay.
Yeah, it looks like the other leg is trapped underneath. He won't be able to secure it, but he's still got the back.
Floating with him very nicely, how he's still on his back through that transition, but Guerra has recovered.
When you have someone that small and that stocky, it's kind of like wrestling with a ball bearing. You think you got him, and he just rolls out from underneath you. I tell you, this is not what you want if you're Milbourn. Guerra is staying underneath. He's staying on the hips. He's keeping pressure, not letting that striking be any kind of a factor.
Clay, this has been a classic story of contrasting styles, contrasting body types.
Absolutely.
It says who can impose whose will on the other, as Milbourn now takes the action to the center.
Yeah, he is biting down on that mouthpiece and trying to create pressure.
Guerra now eating a leg kick. Milbourn now, did he find his range? And as soon as I say that, Guerra in on a double leg takedown.
Yeah, it looked like Milbourn was opting for volume over power. And that, with the lack of power, again,
Milbourn with that Kimura sweep. And now looking to range some punches. Not sure if he can keep that distance and get it off of his legs. But Guerra now just forcing the takedown.
Yeah,
will not be denied. Sorry, Clay, go ahead.
No, this reminds me of early 2000s MMA, the striker versus the wrestler, who can impose their will. And so far, we're seeing the wrestler manage to walk through those strikes.
Another solid round for Guerra, but Milbourn had his moments, Clay.
No doubt about it. Milbourn just managed to stay on the feet just a bit longer, but I still think it's the imposing of the wills, managing to take Milbourn out of his comfort zone. We saw there on the ground, he had the sweeps and everything. It's an interesting round to score, but I think I give it barely to Guerra.
If you are Milbourn's coaches, you have to be telling him that he needs a stoppage to win this fight. Is he able to keep the little spark plug Guerra off those legs? We shall see. A lot of questions to be answered in this third and final round, Clay.
Absolutely. I think the key is going to be pumping out those jabs, create that volume again to force the shot and try to time maybe a knee or an uppercut into the shorter man.
If you time a knee onto a shot to the face, those are legal in amateur MMA, ladies and gentlemen. No reinforced knees, but you can time a knee with a shot. So we'll see if Milbourn's got some tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah, Milbourn needs to create pressure to force the shot. That's my prediction here. We'll see what he does.
Who wants it more? Jeremy Milbourn, Richard Guerra, the third and final round, brought to you by Texas Pit Stop Barbecue, Texas City.
And it looks like Milbourn wants to create pressure, but he's also backing up after his shots. He knows that a shot into a takedown could end this fight for him.
Milbourn needs to control that range, stay fighting on the outside. Oh! Wow! What a shot by Guerra. And Guerra now tugging up the pace. Can he finish him, Clay?
He's trying, Todd. That is the wrestler's overhand. You shoot so much that it makes the hands come down. You leave your chin out, and the overhand opens up. The wrestler's overhand, a la Uriah Faber right there.
And Milbourn now, he's picking it up, and he's answering back.
Again, trying for it. Good job by Milbourn, keeping his hand tight to the face, not letting that happen again.
Milbourn answered right back, right when it looked like he was in trouble there.
We saw the uppercut. There it is again.
And Milbourn now, he's taking control. Oh, as soon as I say that, Guerra answers back with a solid right.
My goodness. They're swinging.
What a fight, ladies and gentlemen, here at Elevate Fighting Championship.
No doubt. I think now's the time to shoot for that single. Don't get caught up. Don't get caught up in the striking game with a Muay Thai fighter. Win this round.
Another contender for Zero Fight gear for Fight of the Night, Clay.
No doubt. I think the overhand might have earned that takedown. If Guerra wants to shoot for it. Oh! And as I say that,
Richard Guerra.
He's put Milbourn on ice skates.
Milbourn on wobbly legs. Can he survive? Oh, and Guerra opts to take him down. He's got Milbourn stunned. But the Ferrara-trained fighter opts to impose his grappling ability. That's where he feels most comfortable.
And that's the danger of fighting a wrestler. The grappling opens the striking, and the striking opens the grappling. As we see now, Guerra has moved into half guard.
Personally,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
Personally, if I was Guerra, I probably would have kept the punches flying. But Guerra, the grappling specialist, opts to take him down. Maybe right out of decision, and that's been Milbourn's bread and butter all night. That Kimura sweep.
And if I'm Milbourn, I do not want to be here. I want to get to the feet and swing, and you got to end it. Oh, wait. As I say that, transitions to an armbar.
Can we see a Cinderella comeback? Cinderella story. Milbourn now with the armbar, but oh, man.
He's got to pull for his life.
Oh my goodness.
No, could not get it. He lost it with 15 seconds left in the round.
Guerra with the body awareness, able to avoid the armbar. Just under 10 seconds left. Looking like he's gonna ride his way to a phenomenal decision victory here. Been an action-packed fight though, Clay, I'll tell you that much.
No doubt about it. We saw everything you could want to see in that fight. Grappling, striking. My goodness, what a fight.
Jeremy Milbourn and Richard Guerra go the distance in potential fight of the night.
I tell you what, I do not envy Zero Fight Gear having to pick just one fight out of what we're seeing here tonight.
There we see Milbourn with his corner, Eve Edwards and Michael Chase Corley. Two of the best guys that you could ask to have in your corner representing Heritage Muay Thai. And then we see Richard Guerra with the Team Ferrara as we await the official decision from our judges. How do you have it, Clay?
I think absolutely Richard Guerra. We talked about the Olympian all night. We talked about being a Muay Thai Olympian all night, but it was a non-factor with the wrestling. Wrestling seems to just dominate this sport in so many ways as we've watched it over the years. We've watched how it's evolved, and we saw it there again as the Muay Thai was eliminated. I think this is an easy win for Richard Guerra.
It's the beauty of MMA. Let's make it official as we hand it over to Colin Cantrell.
Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for these fighters. Fight hard with 24 rounds of action. Here go the judges' scorecards. The scores are 30-27, 30-27, and 29-28. All three for your winner by unanimous decision, Richard Guerra!
Richard Guerra wins his mixed martial arts debut. I expected a shutout from the judges, Clay. I'm curious which judge scored it 29-28.
Yeah, I want to know what round they were watching when they scored that. But again, we get paid to sit here and talk, I guess. So,
well, they get paid to judge, and you know.
all fully well-rounded fighter there.